Sorry.
I kill you.
3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 544. I am Brian Kilby. Today is November 8th, 2017. With me this week, as a special guest, we have Jason Kirk.
Special indeed.
We have Don Ferguson.
Hey, everybody.
We have Matt rocking an excellent beard.
Hey.
I love it. It looks really good on you. You need a blonde mustache. Yep, we have Diecast.
Hello.
And also Rob.
Hi.
Guys, how's it going? Everything good?
Yeah.
Could be much worse.
Could
normal
be
Wednesday.
much worse.
Yeah, got through the election season here in Virginia, so that's over with finally.
Oh, Don, let's not go there.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's nice to be past it and not get 6 calls a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine.
So Jason is here this week because he is going to collect feedback from the live stream, the chat at tfradio.net/live. So if you're anywhere else, except for the YouTube page, and you're commenting, we won't see it. So tfradio.net/live. Now, Matt or Diecast, didn't you used to do this? Was that Peter?
Peter
Peter did that. God, that was forever ago.
Yeah, I did it a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, you were no Peter.
There's no Peter.
No Peter.
And I was also not a pumpkin eater.
That's funny. Had a wife, but couldn't keep. Hopefully you can keep your wife. But you buy a lot of toys.
Yeah.
It's okay. He traded his car in. He's got money for that now.
Well, until he has to trade that car in for a Razor scooter. Yeah. So, I think, was it after the show last week? Was it Rob who suggested the name Last Night Before Christmas for our annual Toys for Tots or whatever toy drive?
He sent that in during the show.
That's the best name ever.
Last week.
Yeah.
So we were calling it, in the past it's been Operation Beehive, et cetera, et cetera. This year it's the Last Night Before Christmas because it seems that Last Night Wave 1 stuff is still sitting on the shelves. And what we want to do is, help clear off the shelves and help give kids in need toys. It's win-win. What I have found over the last couple weeks is I am seeing way more Titans Return Wave 1 on the shelf.
Yep.
It's insane. So if you want to get your, slug slingers and whatever else, you might want to just buy some stuff and throw it in the Toys for Tots donation box. That would be excellent. So excellent.
And if you're listening, like in this week, Toys R Us has their buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 2 toys for yourself, take the free one, get something off the shelf, and give it to the kids.
Yeah, or just get it all.
That too.
Yeah. Or, give 2 to the kids, keep 1 for yourself. Don does that with his Dononomics.
Yeah, some combination thereof will work for everybody.
Yeah. So, so that's awesome. If you do that, take a photo of dropping off the stuff in the box or whatever and tweet at us. Hashtag, LKBC. God, hopefully there's not already an LKBC out there. Yeah, well, hashtag LKBC. Oh God, Max is barking. Max, hush!
Yeah, like he's gonna listen.
No, that's a thing I do on my other podcast. I'm like, Max, hush, Max. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so that podcast is creeping in. Did anybody get anything this week? I did. I'll just jump ahead. I got I've already not cross-cut. What's his name? Freaking heck.
Crosshairs?
No, I can't.
Breakaway?
God, no, brain fart. He's Twinferno. I'm like, he's the same name as Twinferno. It's Twinferno. Not Double Cross, but the Robots in Disguise Twinferno. I found that at Target for it was like $12, I think, $13. So it wasn't bad. And it's really nice, actually. It's I love the look of it. I love the transformation, even though the legs are a little fiddly. I still like that. And just generally speaking, when I first saw this, was it at Toy Fair Diecast when we first saw it?
I think so. Yeah.
I fell in love with it from first sight. So
And you just got it? That wasn't that Wave 2?
no, it just came out. This is Robots in Disguise,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
the orange one.
Yeah, that's a weird looking figure.
Yes.
It's like half bomber, stealth bomber, half
Dragon.
dragon.
Yes, it's
I've
excellent.
decided it's a bright orange stealth bomber carrying 2 gigantic dragon-headed missiles.
Well, that's even better.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad Brian can now rock the dragon.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. I also got Legends Trigger Happy, Legends Kickback, and Legends Brawn, but I have yet to open them because they came today. That's it. That's all I got. Diecast, what about your box of Taobao that you didn't get?
It didn't get here. But since we're talking about stuff, I did open my Wave 3 Bumblebee, and he is a floppy mess, and you actually have to pop the arm off at the elbow at the mushroom cap to put on his blaster arm,
Oh, that's
which
bad.
is like really bad. I can't believe Hasbro actually designed a figure and put it for kids where like, oh, go ahead, pop the figure apart to make it, to put the accessory on.
It's like a
I'm really
minifig.
surprised. And then the feet just, they will pop out and flop around, and he's not very good. So,
Yikes.
if we ever do see this wave, be cautious if you really want another Bumblebee.
Did you get crosshairs by chance?
Oh yeah, Crosshairs is great.
Is it the mold from AOE, or is it?
No, it's
Brand
a new
new.
mold. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't that crazy about the last one.
Well, I
No,
like
the
what
last
I
one's
like.
horrible.
Yeah, I like what they were trying to do, but I just don't think that the toy technology was quite there to do what they saw in their minds. But this one, I think, is a little bit closer to what they were shooting for.
Yeah, but of course, like always, all my stuff will probably show up on Thursday. Because I was hoping it was going to be here today.
Well,
but
the cool thing is, if getting it tomorrow, it gives you like almost a whole week to take time, play with it, and figure out what you think. Where I just like open it and like it's amazing. I don't put a lot of thought into it. I just have reflex reactions.
Animal 865 in the chat says that he got the Bumblebee and his ankles are almost too tight. So apparently there's a bit of a back and forth on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Don, Diecast, is that it?
yeah, yep.
Don, besides getting me an SNES Classic today, and thank you very much, you
No
are my
problem.
hero in life. I will name my firstborn child after you. Headmaster Kilby.
Thanks to all of our friend Lady Rec, picked up the TF Nation animated series finale-ish
That's awesome.
book.
Nice.
Got a copy for myself, a copy for my friend Fred. Happy birthday, Fred. He won't see this. He doesn't watch podcasts. But I'm looking forward to reading this and seeing how animated wraps up. That'd be interesting. I also picked up, thanks to Dononomics, of course, I picked up Dragonstorm.
Oh, nice. How much?
$26 after discounts
Jeez.
and eBay coupons. So there's that.
Nice.
And I was hoping to have some other stuff this week from the guy that I get my third party from, but I got the first set, the Attackers, the War and Pocket Size Bruticus, Brawl and Swindle. I think Mac showed off his last week.
Yeah.
They look
I'm
really
looking forward.
nice.
Yeah. And also one other thing I picked up is I mentioned that I got this from Diecast at TFCon, the Rensora, the oversized Voyager Megatron. That is a really great figure. I mean, it's huge, but I think this Megatron is one of the best movie figures, period, across all 5 movies. I really do.
It's upscaled leader class, right? You said?
Yeah.
No, Voyager class.
The regular one's a Voyager, but this is basically leader. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay. I love the Voyager toy. I didn't even bother picking up the leader class. I like the Voyager so much.
But I did get the upgrade kit for this that was made by Wajang because it doesn't do much in robot mode, but it does fill in because if you look at the back, these 2 panels here, underneath it is all that empty hollow rebarb grating that's all hollow there. So they made parts that covers that up in jet mode. You have ankle covers down here that cover up the same hollow ankles. And then you've got two little slats that fill in some more of the hollow parts. So when you're in jet mode, you don't have near the hollowness showing on the upper part of the jet. And you've got these fill-in plates. So, and this was like, basically a lot of places are just giving this away for free. You just pay shipping.
What?
Yeah, it's like, or it's like, if you bought this from, I think it was TF Direct. If you had bought one from them, they sent you the kit for free. You just paid for shipping.
Oh, the toy isn't free. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm like, I will pay nothing. I will pay shipping for that for free, but I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, but and then some sellers on eBay are selling for like $7.99 with free shipping, which is about the same thing. So if you did pick this up, again, it doesn't do much in robot mode, but it does really help the jet mode out a bit.
For whatever reason, whenever I see that, especially scaled up, it reminds me of the monkey from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't know why. It does. I'm afraid he's going to come to life and try to feed me a poison date or something.
But that Voyager Megatron is literally, up until that point, probably Dark of the Moon Megatron was my favorite Megatron from the series. But I believe this Voyager does surpass it to me.
I think so. And Don, I think it may be when during pre-show we noticed that Don had a helicopter in his house. It looked like you were putting your elbow or something on. That's when it made the helicopter sound. So, just heads up. Making sausage on the air. And Don just stood straight up. Totally erect.
Posture.
Great posture. That is good for your posture. That is good for your posture. Oh, Matt, you got some stuff.
Yeah, I did. It's not Transformers related, but I used our Amazon link to get it. So
I love you.
I'm counting it.
I count it.
So I got some Mega Bloks Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, those are beautiful.
And I mean, anybody, 80s fans, like if you have a Masterpiece Optimus Prime, these little Mega Bloks figures look amazing standing next to them.
Nice.
So I got a couple of the individual turtles. I got some more on the way in the mail, but I got the party van set, and it's currently spread out all over my bed right now in little baggies. But it came with a little tiny shredder, which is just amazing. And he has a cloth cape and everything.
Ooh,
like
it's tonight.
They're great.
Do you have a 5 Below?
What's up?
Do you have a 5 Below?
No, I do not.
So I was able to get like a Foot Soldier troop builder pack or something.
Oh,
from them. It was awesome.
I did order the Bebop and Rocksteady, so I'll have them eventually, and they each come with 3, I think.
Yeah,
so I'll have a little starter Foot Clan.
I got that, then I got more somehow. So
I will have to look into that.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
And so basically tonight Matt dines on turtle soup.
I don't know that that's exactly a pun. I think you're just quoting the game, right?
I'm quoting
Shredder.
Uncle Phil. I'm quoting Uncle Phil.
Was it
Quoting
Uncle
Uncle Phil?
Uncle Shredder.
Did Uncle Shredder do the voice in the arcade game?
For the 2 voice clips that Shredder had, I believe it was still him.
Did he actually? I know that was on screen. Did it actually say it in the game? Was there a clip of that?
Yeah, it showed
That's
up on
awesome.
one of the TV monitors in Stage 2, I want to say.
Oh, I love that. I love that game.
That game's awesome.
I never came across Turtles in Time in the arcade, though. I wish I had.
I wonder how much if you wanted to buy one of those cabinets, what it would
Probably not much. The game store down the street has one.
Okay.
I mean, I bought that Tekken Tag Tournament cabinet for $300. I can't imagine that they're that much. So, yeah, but that seems to be a pretty common one, but it's such a great game. Anything else, Matt?
No, just my little Mega Bloks Ninja Turtles.
I love them.
Splurge.
I love those
they're
toys.
So good.
They are so good. I need to buy more.
Well, and this time next year you'll probably have a whole new set of turtles because they're rebooting Turtles at the end of this season.
I went specifically for the classic the 87 turtles.
Yeah, the good turtles.
Just
from a design
just like the main characters, the 4 turtles, Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder, and some Foot Clan members.
I love the cartoon, but it's garbage.
Oh yeah, so bad.
Yeah.
The second series, the 2002 2003 series, I guess can still considered the best one, but
2012 is a pretty good series.
From what I've watched, I just don't like it as much as I liked. Like, my favorite Turtles thing ever is Turtles Forever.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. God, I love that so much. Okay. Jason, did you get anything? God, I'm going to go watch that after the show. I can't help myself.
Yeah, I did. My further descent down the rabbit hole that is third party is continuing.
Yes.
Yeah, Diecast, I knew you'd be excited. Because I've been so into the Alligator Prime I got at TFCon, I decided to go ahead and get the original part of the mold, Skull Smasher, or Crusher. What was it before they changed it in Titans Returns?
Skull Cruncher.
It was
Cruncher. Cruncher. Okay, thank you. And he's great, obviously. And I got Code, so the headmasters can now fight.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Code may be old at this point, but it's still a really interesting transformation.
Yes, the transformation is one of the best parts of him for sure.
I got Code from John, who just popped online. He may want on. I don't know. John DeLuna.
Yeah.
Do you like? So, how much did you pay at TFCon for the Positum?
Well, thanks to Diecast being awesome and finding me a deal. It was originally $92, but Captured Prey had 20% off, so it went down to $73 or something like that.
Gosh, that's cheap. I mean, I would figure it'd be way more than that.
Yeah, I think all of you guys were around me at that point, and I think all of you at the same time looked at me and said, "Buy it." So I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, big thanks to Diecast for that, because I had told him there were a couple places and it was like $100 and stuff, and I was like, I mean, I had already spent a little bit of money there, so I had to be careful what I was spending. So, but so thanks to that. And oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say for the people listening, tell us what you just.
Oh, I'm sorry, I showed Fei Long. So that's the Fans Hobby.
Double Cross. Yeah.
These Titan Returns name, they screw me up constantly, I swear.
Yeah.
So he's great, and to join him, I got their Fly Pro, which is their Grotesque.
It's beautiful.
And he is, oh god, this thing is, the colors, just, oh my god. And unlike my Titans Return Grotesque, he has both claw hands, so he's instantly better.
Plus, he comes with all the upgrade parts for the other characters that came out before him.
He does.
So you get a lot of extra stuff with him.
Yep, you get baggies of hand. You got hands for Fei Long and different faces and stuff. I've ordered Megatooth, so I'll have Repugnus.
So soon. What's up with the name? Did we ever just figure out what's up with the name Fei Long?
I don't know. That I certainly haven't.
Well, Fei Long, I believe, is I can't remember what history, but I remember a dragon being called Fei Long in something well before this.
I do too.
I remember a Street Fighter 2 character.
So my pet theory was
Long is Chinese for dragon. So
okay, well, that makes sense then. My pet theory was because Fei Long had those hands, that hand move, the fast hands, and the Twinferno, Double Cross has the heads that are the 2 heads. That he was kind of like Fei Long from Street Fighter, but obviously that was wrong.
I mean, it works. There's no reason that wasn't part of why they picked it. But
probably not. It's probably just because they're Chinese. That would make way more sense.
That absolutely makes more sense. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have for right now. But yeah, third party. I'm buying more of that than I thought I was.
I'm buying less, not because I hate it, just because I'm being more selective on what I buy.
Remember, I'm third party you. So what you stop doing, I have.
This is true.
This is how the universe doesn't explode.
Rob, did you get anything?
Found a 3-pound bag of discount Halloween candy for $4.
That's awesome. What kind was it? What was it?
Baby Ruth, Butterfinger, and Runts.
I love Runts.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the last Cadbury Scream Egg my Food Line had for 22 cents today.
Lovely.
Very nice.
I love Cadbury Scream Eggs. Okay, let's jump to This Week in History. This is from 2015. I'm only including it because it doesn't feel like it. In 2015, Takara Tomy releases MP-25 Tracks.
2 years ago.
Really?
And now we're up to 40?
41 just announced.
Is
announced. 40 will be Sunstreaker, I think. And
okay. Yep. Yeah, so we're chugging through the masterpieces now.
Yeah, it's crazy. And 30 years ago, not much to say about it other than it's one of the most important things for us ever. 30 years ago, Don, the Rebirth Part 1 premiered in the U.S.
And here's a little, here's a little story. I was actually, I wasn't at school or I was already out for summer vacation, whatever the case may be. And I actually did not go home to watch Transformers that day because I thought, well, they've repeated season 3. All they're going to do is start back with season 1 or season 2. I've already seen them all. I'm going to go out and do whatever it is I was going to do. Next day, I go home to watch, and it's Rebirth Part 2. So I had no idea there was another season or another episodes coming out. And I'm thinking, damn. They started new episodes, and there was no warning. There was no commercials. There was nothing. So it took me several months, or at least a year, before they repeated everything. So I got back to it.
I'm just impressed that you had a concept of what episodes were coming out and what weren't.
Oh, I was like that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like
I wasn't at 7 or 8.
Well, Ryan, I was 17. I was 17 at the time, so I had been watching this show for 3 years or so, and they'd already run through everything from More Than Meets the Eye Part 1 up to Return of Optimus Prime. So I figured they would just repeat again because I had no idea there was new stuff coming out. So, but yeah, this is one of the most important episodes for me, obviously.
Yeah. Pour one out. Okay, so let's jump to the big item. The big item this week.
The big item or the most expensive?
Yeah. Jeez. MP-41 Dinobot. We have some new images. They're nothing special. But the pre-order's gone up, and the pre-order price in US dollars that you'll be paying from Big Bad or TF Source, etc., $250.
Well, I won't be paying it because it's Beast Wars, but
that's $20 more than
Megatron.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
to be fair, we still know next to nothing about this figure. We don't know any features. We don't know the size. I mean,
yeah.
You're gonna have to wait to see if the price is worth it to you.
So before the flame wars start and the pitchforks and the torches are grabbed, let's just wait for some more information. I'm really hoping there's something more beyond what we're seeing here to either justify the price, if there is any kind of justification, or it's some kind of error. But I just
did anybody pre-order it?
No.
I did.
No.
I hate to say
I did, yeah. Of course I did.
I will wait for the KO at that price.
I'll make a decision when we get actual confirmation on if that's the real price, if it's something else altogether.
Don, it's the real price.
I can't.
They've been adjusted before, though.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't see. I just can't see that costing that much. It just in my head, it just does not click.
Denial.
It's a river in Egypt.
I had seen somewhere that someone was put up a graphic or something that looked like maybe that was the price for a case of 4.
That's speculation at this point.
Right.
We have nothing to back that up.
But that wouldn't make sense either, because 250 divided by 4 is dirt cheap.
Yeah, it's more than that.
That could
it'd be marked up though.
Yeah, if that is in any way legitimate, that could be a case price to a reseller.
Where did that come from? Because there's no way that's the price.
Yeah, there's no way.
2, if it was 2 per case, if that were the thing, I could believe that, but there's no way it's 4. So I think it's 250 because that's what it says.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it may drop. Did they say that with Megatron? Did they originally start him at 250 and then it dropped to 230? I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was that dropped, but something BBTS had them at a price and then they dropped it later.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I mean, the third-party Omega Supreme dropped.
Official, something official.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we knew he's going to be big. He's going to be bigger than Optimus Primal. He's going to be bigger than Cheetor. So, and what was Cheetor? He was like 120?
No, Cheetor was like 79 to 89. Primal was 119, 109 to 119.
Primal was 119, but he's going to be even bigger than Primal.
Mm-hmm. You guys,
$100 worth.
You guys are talking me into canceling my pre-order. We need to stop this conversation.
I mean, honestly, like if it was Beast Wars Megatron, I wouldn't care. I'd be all in.
You should absolutely cancel your pre-order. Why would you waste money on Beast Wars?
That hurts me so much.
But you know, it's we'll just have to wait and see. I hope if that is the price, it comes with actual golden discs that let me affect the future. Other than that,
I don't know if what I retweeted on Twitter was the correct render, but there were some pretty good photos or render shots that I retweeted of Dinobot as a whole, and he didn't look that impressive to me. If you want to check that out, go to my Twitter at Diecast2, and you should be able to find that.
Is that what we have on TFormers, or is that something different?
I'm not seeing anything on TFormers.
But so, I'll be honest.
The second link down in the show notes.
Yeah.
Second link, I must have missed it.
But, or you can just watch the screen, what I just showed like 2 minutes ago.
I can't watch the stream.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
And follow Diecast too while you're at it.
We saw those a couple of months ago. I think this is a slightly clearer copy, but the one close up we've had of Dino Mode looks pretty close to this. So I don't know that many changes have been made, because I remember when this image first came out, a bunch of people saw this and said, "Oh God, I hope that's not the final version." But it doesn't look that different.
I mean, it looks okay, but it doesn't look like, $250 okay.
It is awfully barrel chested as a Raptor there.
A little bit.
The only thing I want to know is, are we going to get Beast Wars Grimlock from this mold, and how will it scale with Ultra Mammoth?
Yes, you will. And we need an Ultra Mammoth Masterpiece.
That would be awesome.
That will be $350.
And it would be.
I would probably pay that.
God, and the Mammoth mode would have no more posability than the original. Like, what was it? The ears? Was it in the trunk?
Yeah, the ears.
And I love that toy too, so much. But man, history's not been kind to it. Okay.
And I'd like to say that this was XV's point in an email that we had, and I agree with him that there's little chance that they're going to be able to reuse the Beast Wars molds like they can the G1 molds or the Masterpiece G1 molds. So they're trying to get as much out of the price of this, because
you're right.
There's less chance
and he's right.
to make more money on an alternate version.
They could get a couple of uses out of the Waspinator mold, and they can get a couple of uses out of this. But yeah, there's
Waspinator in Starscream colors.
Well, I was thinking, what was it, Dirge Gun? What was it?
Yeah, I think
something like that.
Yeah, but I'm not holding my breath on a lower price, that's for sure, because...
No.
Yeah, that prices me out, because even though I am buying more third-party, more expensive stuff now, that's... can't do that.
Yeah, okay, so moving along to better news? Machinima Titans Return trailer online?
I haven't even watched this because I've been so afraid, because people said how bad it is.
I've
watched,
skippable. I watched it and I was underwhelmed. I wasn't even whelmed. Yeah. I was underwhelmed.
It kind of made my head explode.
I thought this was the Game of Thrones of Transformers. What happened?
I know. I first watched it on my phone.
Ralph flipped the table.
And I was out and about, and it was low res because of the slow network speed.
That probably helped.
Yeah, and I thought, man, this is going to look better when I watch it on my computer. And I think it looked worse.
That is
right,
still,
I was going to say that.
Just like the last one, that is still like Zoid's Chaotic Century grade CGI. That is...
I swear I could go back and watch Shadow Raiders from Mainframe, and it's going to look better than this.
It's PS2.
Well, it'll have a better frame rate for sure.
It's like PS2 quality.
Yeah,
I was just like, please tell me that that's Ghost Starscream, because that it's just otherwise it's just going to hurt my head.
And that's kind of a really major spoiler to put in your trailer.
Okay, so what we're talking about is the Titans show up, and I guess Metroplex isn't an Autobot because he's just willing to destroy whatever to fight Trypticon. So they talk about Optimus talks about how the Titans are basically going to destroy things. So Metroplex is fighting Trypticon, and Trypticon speaks in Starscream's voice. So Trypticon is Starscream.
Yeah, that hurts.
Jason's face.
Now, if it is Starscream's ghost taking him over,
that's a throwback to G1.
Yeah, because they just killed Starscream, so I would assume it has to be his ghost. If not, then
and that's one episode of Transformers. When that's true, when that's the focus of your trailer, it leads people to think that that's how it's going to be throughout the series. And if that's the case, that's bad, y'all. That's real bad.
Yeah. Well, remember that this is going to be kind of short, so.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah,
mercifully.
Mercifully.
The sad thing is there was a lot of lead time between the end of the first one and this one. And I'm sure they must have gotten some feedback from the community. And it looks like they decided, okay, instead of upping the animation quality and improving the writing, we're going to spend our money on celebrity names to do voices. And everything else stays the same because people want to hear voices they know versus...
Best they could get is JDF.
I mean,
I'm all for... budget? $10?
Will Wheaton's Perceptor. No wonder he was talking about how good Combiner Wars was on Twitter. It makes sense now.
This is why I don't follow Will Wheaton on Twitter.
So, I don't anymore.
It just seems like, they would have put some money into other things than just hiring a bunch of voices that don't have any voice work. And
I like John just as good or better than Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
We don't need Peter Cullen.
Yeah. And why not I want Brad Garrett for Trypticon. Okay.
No. Well, Peter's now free since they're not doing rescue bots.
I'm sure he's not anymore. Free.
Yeah, I'm sure
he.
Well, he has. He probably has more time now to do other side projects since he's not going to be in the new rescue bots because they're going with non-union actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So hopefully everybody out there, if you watched it, let us know what you think.
And if you watch it, please don't die within 7 days.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think so we don't have to watch it.
Yeah. So we had more leaks this week when it comes to photos. Nothing new as far as product, but we do get some good looks at Leader Class, Rodimus Prime, Leader Class, Optimus Prime, Beachcomber, as well as Slash, and there was one more.
Calling these leaks doesn't even feel right.
Windcharger.
We've already seen these products, and the boxes aren't anything special. They're pretty much the same boxes we've been getting.
They're very generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just want the pre-orders to go up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Some of them, well, one place has. Robot Kingdom already has their pre-orders up for this stuff.
If you want to pay that shipping, you go right ahead.
Well, no, I know some people have ordered from Robot Kingdom.
I have in the past,
Matt.
Okay, I got a question here on the Optimus Prime. Okay, so we're saying that the alt mode of this truck is the G1 Optimus Prime from War Dawn.
Well, it's Orion Pax.
Yeah, so that Orion Pax turns into G1 Optimus. I mean, is that what I'm?
The cab of the truck turns into Orion Pax. It then combines with the trailer to become Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the evolution gimmick.
Okay. Because the reason I was asking is because there's so much crap shoved in the back of Optimus in these pictures. Again, Hasbro transformations not being exactly accurate. I understand that, but it's just like I just couldn't see that being the way they're saying that it looks in truck mode if it was that Prime, because it just didn't look like it was the same toy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Orion Pax, and he's very rounded, so probably a lot of those panels in the back are the panels to make him look round.
Well, I mean, you can literally see they basically just take like his upper torso and stick it behind the cab is what it looks like. These toys don't look good from the side. I am
not crazy about the vehicle mode of this Optimus Prime at all, like the cab or the trailer. I am totally buying it for the robot modes.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like a good tractor trailer, but it does look like a fun toy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So we got to see these at HasCon, and Optimus and Rodimus looked great in person. But did we see them in truck mode? Did we see Optimus in truck mode? We saw Rodimus.
Saw Optimus.
I remember seeing pictures of the truck mode.
He looked better than this in person.
That's good
to me.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if some of this isn't bad Hasbro photography again.
It could be.
Honestly, you know what I think it is? I think those were hand-painted test shots, and I think some of the colors in these photos are not as nice as the hand-painted.
Probably true.
Possible.
Well, let's put it this way. XV does better pictures than
XV does awesome pictures.
Yeah. XV does better pictures than just about anybody at this point.
Yeah.
So,
But
one thing I wanted to bring up, is it me or do the robot mode photos of Grimlock have a missing piece? Because if you look at the Dino mode photo, it looks like there's a gray plastic piece on the gold part on the chest. And then there's just there's a couple of holes on the chest and nothing there in the robot mode, both posed and in package.
I hadn't noticed that.
Could it be something that maybe like a shield or maybe that's the because it looks like it's his regular G1 chest in Dino mode because the Autobot symbol's there.
Yeah, so
but
I don't know.
This Grimlock toy looks very compromised for the sake of the combiner function.
Was that part of this leak? I don't see Grimlock.
It's the next link. It's the next link.
One down, it's the next link down.
That's right.
What's wrong with it?
Look at the robot mode picture. Look, either of them in package or not. Look at the chest, and then look at the Dino mode picture. Look at the same area, and look at the piece of like smoke gray plastic that is missing.
Oh yeah, I see that.
See, I was too distracted by the fact his tail is huge
until
the tip because it needs to combine. That's the first time I've been not happy about them doing
That's an ugly dinosaur right there.
From the front, he looks fine.
Yeah,
the top half is good, but then the bottom half, it looks like he has like elephantitis.
Yeah, the legs look bad.
Yeah.
Most damning thing of all is I think I can live with it.
I'm getting them. It's a G1 Dinobot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm getting it.
And if I don't like it that much, I have a 3-year-old son who will love it. So
that's interesting. Blade Raider says that the display Grimlock at cons was missing the same part, so it's probably the same figure.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay, so let's go ahead and mention something. There's not a story at TFormers. So there were some folks who had their RC canceled from ToysRUs.com this past week, and there were concerns that it was canceled, the toy. Well, certainly not the case. Pre-orders were still available, and they actually shipped on the 6th or the 7th.
Yeah, the same day. I think it was the 6th, or maybe it was yesterday. But the same day we got their email, which a lot of people get when they buy off ToysRUs.com, which says if this item doesn't ship by, I think it was December 8th, it's going to be canceled.
Yeah, it's like 30 days.
Yeah, it was like 30 days, and then a couple hours later, I got the ship notification.
Yeah,
so
mine shipped. I'll have mine tomorrow.
Why would they even bother sending the?
It's automated.
Yeah, your item may be canceled, and then a couple hours later, it shipped.
Yeah, I mean, it's automated, so
it still doesn't make sense just because it's automated. Someone has to program that to be automated.
It's an algorithm.
There should be fail safes involved, and I deal with this a lot at work.
Dude, you learned to program in college. You know that that's not always the case.
But I also learned in the job I do where, just because the computer does it doesn't mean it's right, and we need to make the computer smarter, or make the programming smarter so it doesn't affect our clients or, customers.
With my vast retail knowledge, I can say this. The bigger the company is, the slower its technology moves. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless it's a brand new company like Facebook or Amazon. Amazon's relatively new.
Because they have so much across the board, they have to update.
And they're less nimble in that respect. So, your point's valid.
So, I mean, mine shipped. Yours shipped, Brian, I think.
Yeah, I'll have it tomorrow.
So hopefully, most of the people that ordered actually got shipping notifications. But I have no idea other than myself and Brian.
I ordered 2. So the next time I see Don, I'm going to get him to autograph one of them. So
I'm sure what's going to happen is the actual canceling of the toy itself will happen with Grotesque. So I still can't get one with 2 claw hands. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
If it turns out she's hard to come by, the second one will be contest fodder. Just heads up.
Yeah.
Nice.
The only thing is, again, we've talked about the Toys R Us bankruptcy not being we can't pay our bills bankruptcy. It's a restructuring bankruptcy, which is a completely different creature. But this confusion and lack of attention to detail to a degree, like what Diecast was saying, ain't going to help matters.
Yeah,
probably
so,
not.
Probably not.
It would be. It's small things like that add up, because if you can't depend on getting, it's like I brought this up before. My friend Icon 45 tried 3 times from Kmart to get Jazz and got Barricade each time in Human Alliance. Mm-hmm. That kind of massive oversight in your online ordering is going to cause a lack of sales. And this time of year, that's the last thing Toys R Us needs, just for consumer confidence in the company.
I mean, at this point, we don't even know if Grotesque is actually going to show up at Toys R Us. I think there was a listing for it in the computer, but...
Don't say that.
What's that?
I said don't say that.
I mean, but we haven't heard a date or gotten a date yet. I mean, with RC, it was pretty quick that we heard that it was going to be available on ToysRUs.com, or when we could order it. Hopefully, maybe they're waiting to get these RCs out before they...
Because they didn't want to piss me off. That's what it was.
But they'll make me mad, apparently.
Yeah, I hope more people get a chance at Grotesque, too, because, not many people were able to snag it off Hasbro's toy shop.
He's a nice figure. I
like him a lot, surprisingly.
I bet he's great with 2 claw hands.
Yeah, he is.
I wouldn't know.
I can't wait till I get my Takara, what is it, Octane with the Starscream head. and that way I can stick it in my Triptychon and just drive people nuts.
Oh God, okay. So I'm skipping the one that I had. So I'm jumping ahead to Dr. Wu reveals 2 new accessory products: P38 Ashura and P39 Home. So I don't exactly get what Home is. It looks kind of like the inside of Optimus's trailer, or is that just like something to make the toy stand up? I don't get this. What am I missing?
It's just, what do you call them, like the bases or whatever?
Yeah, mechanical base. I mean, it's not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
It just looks really generic.
Well, it's kind of supposed to. It's just supposed to be a backdrop to. Well, see, who is it? Diecast? Is it Make Toys, or who is it that's including?
I was just going to ask that.
Toy World. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, it's just it gives you a chance to display the figure without having anything really extravagant or a lot of.
No, I get that. The thing is, what's throwing me off is the posable arm. Like, if the arm wasn't there, I would be all about it. But
that unplugs. You can put that anywhere.
Yeah, but it still confuses me why it's there. Why is it an arm? Why isn't it something else? Why is it there?
That can hold figures.
Yeah, basically it's just like a stand you would buy to hold your
But it's not clear. So it looks like it's trying to attack the toy.
It does.
Well, I mean, a character that has a thinner waist. Let's say you wanted to put any version of RC, and she's in a sword slashing pose. With her thinner waist, you would need something to grab around the waist to hold her to hold that pose.
I would also be interested to see if the pincers come off of that. It just has a peg that fits most of the 3mm sockets that have been appearing on Transformers for the last few years.
There you go.
And the other accessory, I guess that's a pair of swords plus a reflector and a set of binoculars for.
Yeah, that's Masterpiece.
I don't think it's a pair of swords. I think you get one and you get to choose which color.
Yeah,
you get to choose. So it's not like you buy a pack. You just tell them which one you want, and they send you that one.
Yeah, because the binoculars are different colors too. The glass is either blue or purple, depending on which sword you get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it is a set. So it's not like a la carte completely.
No,
because that would be weird.
Set.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that little reflector though.
Yeah.
Sword's nice too.
I kind of want it just for the little camera.
Brian, didn't your Make Toys reflector come with a little camera?
I have a little camera somewhere, so I'm assuming that's where it came from.
So you don't even need this.
You're a smart man, Diecast. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But did it come with the sword and binoculars?
I don't care about the binoculars. The sword is nice, but I don't need it. Now, if it came with pellets that it could shoot, that would be phenomenal.
Or a little Kremzeek.
I already have a Kremzeek, don't I? It came with something else?
Yeah, there's been one.
Yeah, MP-05.
Yeah.
MP-05 Megatron.
Wait, no, I don't have that. So I don't have Kremzeek, no.
Plus, there's also another third-party upgrade kit coming out for MP Megatron, the recent one, that includes a Kremzeek.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go. Okay, so I had to put this in here. So, yeah, while we have Transformers... We haven't even talked about this. There are Transformers toys and Happy Meals right now. It's Robots in Disguise. The Grimlock looks awesome. I haven't picked it up. I have a Bumblebee. It's not bad. But in December... Transformers is once again featured as part of the holiday train set. And I think it's so cute, this little train set.
It is.
Yeah. There's basically a trailer, or a car of Bumblebee and the Robots in Disguise stuff. It just looks nice. I really, really like it. Plus there's My Little Pony. A Barbie, which is interesting, because that's in direct competition, Mattel. Minions.
And there's Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
I wish that Ronald McDonald were in the engine as opposed to the creepy anthropomorphized Happy Meal box.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think the kids are scared of Ronald McDonald, so they're phasing him out.
Yeah, this is a cute little set that I really like, and I realized that I like it while acknowledging that this is a toy that would have bored me intensely as a child. I still think it looks pretty nice.
I want the T-Rex.
Yeah, me too. Thanking Ender for the heads up. I'm killing the Facebook feed. Boo.
Bye, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook. So, you know I'm not killing? TFRadio.net/Amazon. The holidays coming up. All the holidays. All the good ones are coming up. And the ones that you buy stuff for. Who's going to have the best deals? Amazon. Duh. So what you should do, you're going to use it anyway. Why not use our link? Just tfradio.net/Amazon. Bookmark it. Whatever. Just use it. Remember to use the link, and it helps pay for the show. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So
Matt remembered.
Yes. Thank you, Matt. So if you're looking to buy a TV, an Xbox One X, a PS4 Pro, a Maserati, anything like that, tfradio.net/Amazon.
You can buy a Maserati?
I wonder if you can buy a vehicle from Amazon.
I don't know, but we
I don't know if
recently
my
got some
Amazon
parts
credit
off
card
there,
will
so.
support that.
What was that, Rob?
Oh, I don't know if you can get a whole car, but we recently got some parts off there, and we did use the link. So
thank
They
you.
do have an automotive selection in their search engine.
Build a Maserati.
Build a Maserati through parts at tfradio.net/Amazon.
Hey, Brian, you should have told me before I just bought my car.
Brian, what you should is there a way to make a direct link to like a TV and like the 5 4K Transformers movies? Because that'd be a nice little bundle for people to get.
Yeah, I can make a wish list. And I
If
can
you want an
link to that.
awesome TV and be really sad for a couple hours.
Hey,
But
you love those
it's themed to
movies.
the show.
Yeah, okay.
I
cool.
like the movies. It was just fun to say.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was funny to say.
So, Rob, what's on TFormers this week?
Okay, first up, we have got a comic sample from the next volume of Generations, which is coming out in 2018. Unsurprisingly, it shows an awful lot of next year's toys. We've got Slug Slinger, Twin Twist, and the recently released Hot Rod. It doesn't look bad. Not really much you can tell from it, but, you know, to sample, that's how that usually goes. Also, Paramount and Hasbro just signed a 5-year deal for AllSpark Pictures and Animation to be developing new movies with Paramount. So whatever all it is they're working on for Micronauts and all the rest of it will probably be going to Paramount as well. Let's see.
I see this ending in tears.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Tears or
Everyone.
Everyone's tears.
Investors to viewers all the way down. But also a couple of package back panels from the movie edition Brawl and Megatron coming out next year. And Eric Crownover and I had an interesting conversation about that on Twitter the other day. We were trying to figure out the numbering because Megatron and Brawl are 12 and 13, and then the other figures shown on the package are 5 and 6. So my thought is that the numbers... I went back and forth on it, but my current thought is that the numbers run for basically all the Wave 1 figures, regardless of what class they are, run in a straight line, and then the numbering picks up for Wave 2, and that's why these are numbered so weird. They are, whatever the size classes are that they're in, they're all in the same size class. It's just that the Wave 1 ones are 5 and 6, and then the Wave 2 ones are 12 and 13. That's my best guess. I'm sure we'll find out more as we get more package leaks and more information. Besides that, there is my review of Transformers First Strike number 1. That had to be moved from the main discussion to this because it's not actually a number 1 of a new series. It's a one-shot. And beyond which it is, despite being numbered number 1, it is the second half of a 2-part story.
That's awesome.
Which itself could very easily have just been numbered Revolutionaries 9 and 10. So That all said, this issue really comes off a lot better to me than the last one did. We've got Priscilla Tramontano on art and Joanna Lafuente on color. They work really well together. The art is good. If you're only going to get one of those two one-shots, this one stands alone pretty well, and the art is great, so it is the one I would recommend.
Cool.
And lastly, we've got a set of new Toys R Us exclusives. Look to be some appear to be movie toys, and some and one we're not sure, but we're speculating it could be a Power of the Prime's Thundercracker.
Very cool. Okay, Don, what's on the network this week?
What's on the network this week? Superhero Time presents that one episode of Star Trek, Phage. For the first time in almost 2 years, Fort Max suggested an episode of Voyager. Damn it, Fort Max. So we talk about Phage from Voyager's first season. Star Trek Voyager, where good concepts go to die. Plus our regular spoiler conversations about Discovery and the Orville.
I'm really going to be sad once they get to that one episode of Voyager.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm trying to get XP to do that one episode of Babylon 5, but I don't think it's gonna work.
It won't.
How was your weekend? Episode 24, Holiday Traditions. On this episode of How Was Your Weekend, Wendy and Brian discuss some of their favorite holiday traditions. What's yours? Deviled eggs with Miracle Whip.
Oh, God. Yeah.
B, also with Rob Springer, 125. Liberatrix, thank you. As Robots in Disguise, not that one, this one, winds down, Rob looks back at a show he enjoyed quite a lot. A Transformers fan who continually likes Transformers, who'd have thunk it? Q&A wants to know about the IDW shared universe, so Rob shares his thoughts on it. RPG Lessons Learned, episode 27, Mace 2016, and Beneath the Blade of Sword Mountain.
You know that game,
Pathfinder. Don. I know that adventure anyway, definitely. This week on RPG Lessons Learned, Dusty and Brian discussed the very first time they played at Mace 2016, Beneath the Blade of Sword Mountain, a Dungeons and Dragons animated series adventure played in Pathfinder.
Which is crazy to think about. We played it in 5e, and that was a fun game, Don.
Yeah, it was. And for those that don't know, Beneath the Blade of Sword Mountain is an unproduced episode that would have led into the animated series The Dragon's Graveyard, which is considered one of the best episodes of the series. So it definitely has a lot of potential for fun there.
Yeah,
especially if you bookend it with Dragon's Graveyard.
Mace 2017 is this coming weekend. So if you are in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, or you're going to Mace 2017, I'll be there. I'll be playing some games. Dusty is running several. If anybody out there knows DM Scotty from YouTube, I'm playing one of his games. So I'm looking really forward, honestly, to meeting some people in the gaming community in the area that, I've been really sheltered in who I've played with. I've basically played with the same group for the last 10 years. So maybe I can, meet some new people, make some new connections.
I would love to go to that and just dress up, because I played Presto in our version.
Oh, yeah.
So
that was fun.
I'd go LARPing as Presto.
We used, what was it? We used the D% to figure out what was going to come out of the hat.
Yeah, oh God. I try to go for ball bearings, and I fall down, and the ball bearings go like everywhere, and it's like, yep, that's Presto.
Diecast, what did you review this week on RFC Reviews?
I reviewed this old coot right here.
And no, he didn't do a review of me.
Yeah. This is a masterpiece coot. That's Don Coot. But yeah, that's on RFC Reviews. Check it out. He's a really awesome figure. I'm so happy to have a Masterpiece Cup. Like, really happy. I'm just, another step closer to finishing the 1986 movie cast.
Anything else?
Nope, that was it.
Okay, so I was a couple behind posting them to tfradio.net, so I have everything caught up now. All your reviews.
Yay.
And if people want to go just watch it there, they can subscribe. They can do whatever from tfradio.net. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and do what we promised. I haven't done listener feedback in quite a while, so let's end the show with I have several questions, comments, and stuff to go through. Plus, we've been cataloging some from the chat from this evening. So, let's start. The first few are from email, from Phil Booth. And this is an excerpt. Phil sent a very, very nice email, and it was really long. And I responded to it and read it and loved it. But I'm cutting out some of the very flattering comments because I don't want to come off like I'm Phil myself. So, don't
leave out any of my good comments. I need some of those.
So in an email exchange, I asked him, hey, what would you change about the show? And he said, he asked if we'd ever considered putting up a brief character page for the RSE regulars, like a bio. And we've talked about it. We never actually have gotten around to doing it. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that's something that we're going to work on. He suggested Don's bio have a link to Visionaries.
Well, there's like one major Visionaries website right now, and that's pretty much it.
Everyone should have to write their own.
See, I learned something today. I didn't even know there was a Visionaries website.
So, the one comment, though, that compliment that I'll read out of several, and again, thank you, Phil. Phil is awesome. And Phil actually gave us a donation to our PayPal, which I never mentioned, but he specifically asked for it. I cannot remember a place that had so much content in one location that I thoroughly enjoy. I need to start catching up again, but it's the things that stay the same, particularly the chemistry and charm between you and the main crew of the RSC podcast. You and Wendy, you and Dusty, etc. It really makes it all hold together. Well, thank you, Phil. Very
Thanks,
nice
Phil.
email. Yeah, very nice email.
Thank you.
Okay, so Brent had a couple questions, couple comments in email. He asked, why do we not have a Masterpiece Jazz? I have different versions of him, but not one in MP scale. Am I not looking in the right place, or have they never made one?
I keep asking myself the same question.
Porsche.
Yeah, Porsche.
Yeah.
Now, there are some good third-party alternatives, such as
Downbeat. I like Downbeat.
Downbeat.
Yeah.
And there's also another one called Coolsville.
Downbeat's one to get. J4ZZ is there, too.
Right, and there's also the J4ZZ. So there's several versions in the third-party realm that you can get. Plus, you've also got the upcoming TF Source Ricochet. If you don't like this as jazz, but you want something with art power, that's coming out too.
You said TF Source. You mean F Fans Toys?
No. It's fans. It's Downbeat.
Toys.
It's a Ricochet. Okay, yes, it's
but it's exclusive at TF Source. So, but I'm saying, if you didn't want this mold as jazz, but you've got Artfire, that's a good stepper to go with it. But yeah, there's not been an official, because like y'all said, it's Porsche.
I hate that Ricochet.
Well, never say never though. We didn't think we'd get a Sunstreaker either, and that's coming
or
out
Bumblebee
next month.
Yeah, or Bumblebee.
But look how long it took.
Bumblebee and Volkswagen are owned by the same company. Or Bumblebee and Volkswagen. Volkswagen and Porsche are owned by the same company. So, I think they were. I would have thought we would have had an easier shot at the Porsche than the Volkswagen, just because of previous
vehicles.
times. But so that's why I keep asking the same question of why do we not have a Jazz yet?
It's just licensing issue with Porsche.
And look how long it took between. Sideswipe was the first Masterpiece, right? The first in this new.
This new generation.
It started with MP10. But
but
Sideswipe was the first car. Yeah.
Right. So look how long it took between Sideswipe
MP09
and who he's paired with. I mean, look at how it's been 40, 30 issues of Masterpiece.
To the question though, because I actually want to talk about this for a second. Like in this new generation of Masterpieces, you could either say it was MP08, Grimlock, MP09, Rodimus, or MP10. MP10 Optimus was made to be in scale with MP09 Rodimus. So I would argue that Rodimus was more the first toy in the new generation scale or whatever.
I think a lot of people write off that Rodimus.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it's crap. It's garbage. It's a garbage toy.
No, I just personally think it's not more of a licensing issue than they're trying to fill it in at the right spot. I think, and this is just, me speculating, but I feel like they have the licensing agreement down. It's just, where are we going to put this big figure? We want to keep these people interested in Masterpiece, so they're probably going to do it close to the end of the G1 characters.
Yeah. Okay, so more from Brent. Just wanted to let you know how much I enjoy your podcast. Love the fact that there are people like me who love Transformers. I enjoy hearing about the stories and experiences, and often find myself talking along as if I am in the conversation. I hear that a lot.
I do that.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. I do that with podcasts too. Could you help me with one thing? Why do stores always seem to only have Grimlock? I want Titan's Return, not him. I'm assuming that he's either talking about the movie or Robots in the Skies.
I'd say our idea, I always see him, so...
I really like Big Dave, who's coming up next. His question: love the podcast and have been a fan of Transformers for a long while now. Just wanted your thoughts and opinions on this, but I personally think that Bob the Insecticon figure would make an amazing figure.
Yes.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but I love the little guy. And I think it would be great if we had a figure of him. I would even love him more if he had a ridiculous alt mode, like a tractor or something. Just something truly silly for the fans. Maybe they could even pack him with a Buster the dog. Just wanted to also hear what silly or jokey characters you guys truly want figures of. Now, that's a great question.
That's a tough one.
I love that question. Man.
I got one off the top of my head.
Okay.
I really want an Autobot X.
Yeah, so I don't think that's jokey or funny, but I do too, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that one episode kind of figure, but...
Autobot Spike,
if Transformers were to ever do a Build-A-Figure, that would be a good one.
I agree. That would be phenomenal. Yeah.
That way it wouldn't need to transform into anything.
Let's see here. So I would want... So the planet was Torculon.
Oh yes.
Was it what were the people Torculons? I would want something like one of those guys from somebody from Web World, basically, or characters from Web World, because I love Web World.
With Toy Hacks doing the dioramas and stuff, they need to do like a Masterpiece scale diorama of Web World for your third-party Galvatron and your Scourge and your Cyclonus. So if nothing else, you can reenact the paperwork scene.
Yes, it has to come with a service contract for Galvatron.
Yeah. Maybe like some of the proto-humans from Beast Wars.
Yeah, Ugg-Wiki.
Yeah, Ugg-Wiki. I mean, if we're talking straightly jokey characters, then Dirk Dinobot. Don't Google it if you don't know what it is.
Yes.
Everybody Hooks worked with Mainframe to make that happen.
I would like to have the Transformers animated human villains.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Like Angry Archer, and you can actually just pose him with the bow, and the Princess Sugar Plum with the horse, and all the other human villains, and of course the guy that ran the company that stole the company out from Sumdac with the big guy with the suit and all that. So,
Porter C. Powell.
Thank you. Yeah. So I would like to see that. Not really a jokey figure, but I would like to see an actual DevCon. Because that would look real. I would like to have a DevCon and with a scale Slizardo, so I can put him and a maybe like the captain of the freighter, so I can put him, because the Gambler is one of my favorite episodes. So I like to have enough characters to like recreate that scene.
I would like, for like these little figures that come with Masterpiece, I would like a Masterpiece Dirk Manus from Money Is Everything.
Ooh, a Robot Master.
Oh yeah,
and a Circuit Breaker.
Yeah, Circuit. Yeah, I guess Circuit Breaker and Robot Master would both be owned by Marvel.
And also, if you wanted,
Donnie Finkelberg, was that his name?
Yeah, Donnie Finkelberg, Robot Master, and you could also add the mechanic for the complete sets. He's in all of 2 issues.
Oh yeah. So, and what about like GB Blackrock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely. It's basically, see, that's what I put that forward at BotCon for many years. Use existing Joe parts and give us like a box set of all the major humans. You know, you could do a Marvel Comics set 1 year. You could do a TV series 1 year. You could do something else. You know, to get the humans, because Joe's would scale fairly well across the board, but we never got that.
Okay, so the thing that I would love to have, you remember how they used to, they may still do it, I don't know, release Star Wars dioramas in little boxes. They would have like a set. Actually, the Bumblebee 3-pack is kind of like that. I would want to have one of Rodimus Prime in a human form with what's her name?
I'm only human.
Yeah. I can never remember her name. Like, but in the lingerie or whatever it was, you know, when Rodimus had a very human experience.
Afterglow Rodimus.
Yeah. With the coffee and everything.
Oh, and that'd be another good character is Derek, the mobster from Only Human, and a old snake that you can actually afford.
That you can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay. So any other thoughts, jokey characters before we move along?
Well, I just want to mention that technically, if you've been following IDW, Alpha Trion's Titan Master Sovereign is a GB Blackrock figure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
awesome.
he actually figures into the comic I reviewed this week, Transformers First Strike.
Very cool.
I will take literally anything, take any page from any of the Legends figures, anything that Sakamoto drew, and just make it. Anything will be fine.
And I am always up for another Big Daddy. Okay. Okay, next question. Very serious. Very, very serious. So, from our buddy, and I accidentally closed the window, but I know what it is. From our buddy Sean Hamilton. When will we get a serial novelization from at B. Kilby? So, for those who don't know, Serial is a serialized story that I've been doing on the Happy Daily every week.
About Chester Vinoy.
Cheshire Vinoy.
Cheshire, yeah.
Cheshire. It's Cheshire Vinoy. So, I actually got a text from somebody today about that story, telling me that I was sick in the head. It was not. It was just a nice random text that I got from a friend who finally listened to the newest part, telling me that I was literally crazy. So that was nice and random. Yeah. So I would love to do a serial novelization. I was actually thinking on what the next few parts are going to be. People, I'll link to it in the show notes. Nobody listens. I mean, I say nobody listens to it. That's not true. Yeah. So, but I've got some crazy stuff coming up for that show. So, okay, Kevin Dorsey on Twitter, in response to last week's episode, does anybody out there actually care that Fans Project is back and completing their set? And he said, since I have the first 3 figures in line, he cares. He's really glad that all 5 original Dinobots are coming out in MP scale. They're MP scale. I wouldn't call them MP quality, but they're MP scale. I loved the first couple, but then it really went downhill. Was that that wasn't a helicopter that time? That was a...
No, that was a truck going by outside, and my window is down, so that was...
a very loud truck.
That's a loud Jake break.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, so Kevin cares. That's one person that told us that they care. And thank you very much, Kevin.
Yeah.
I really love Kevin. Kevin listens to a lot of the stuff that we do. I got this from Tex. I don't know who the name is. I only got a phone number. How many copies of the signed Miko print is Don going to buy from the TFCC sale? How many did you buy, Don?
Last time I checked, the signed copy was sold out.
Oh.
And when I put the unsigned copy in my cart, shipping was about $9. So I said no.
Jeez.
So I'm trying to hit at least one from all of our platforms. That was a text. We've done Twitter from YouTube. Timmy Dodson said, "Hello guys. I got the new Transformers Titans Return box set, and my Optimus Prime has 2 left hands. Have you heard anything about this? Not specifically, but I've heard so much in the way of QA issues as of late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their Evangelist actually had at TFCon, he had a Hasbro figure which came out of the package with something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twin Twist.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and he ended up using it as a giveaway.
Yeah, and
our
buddy JT Hogg, or was it Don, that got the 6 shot that was missing something?
No, it was
Overlord.
Overlord, and it had 2 of the same.
Stabilizer wings.
Yeah, I've got him right here because if you look, it's just, this is the bottom of the jet, but that's the top wing, and then over here, top of the wing, and then there's that's what it's supposed to be, like that.
That wouldn't bother me at all. Mine may be like that. I don't even know.
Yeah. And thanks to JT, I got it for $35, so I am not going to complain about that.
JT got a slug slinger that I think had 2 of the same fist or something.
But yeah, it happens from time to time. I have a Whiplash figure from Iron Man 2 that has 2 left hands, and looking at it drives me crazy. But I don't care enough to ever have replaced it. So, there's not much you can do about it. They won't really be able to get you a replacement. I tried that once with something from Hasbro. I bought that was like damaged, and I forget what it was, but eventually when I returned it to them, they sent me a completely different figure in response.
Aww.
So, basically the best I can tell you is either learn to live with it or buy a second set in exchange.
I have a Reveal the Shield Windcharger with 2 of the same hand. Luckily, that's the figure where his force field hands rotate out, so I just put one of those out to skip that. And my Masterpiece Rumble has 2 of the same hand, but they're so tiny I just kind of ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to even say learn to live with it. That's the kind of thing that bothers me. We shouldn't have to, because I don't think it's unreasonable to ask for a fully functional toy with all the correct parts out of the package when you buy it.
Especially what we pay for them now.
Yeah, especially as part of a $100 box set. So,
or a $150 Triptychon.
Yeah, I am really sorry to hear you got stuck with that, and I hope you can get one that has all the right parts sometime.
Or at least hold back enough figures that you can replace a couple, because there's always some that need replaced, and they don't replace them. They just can't, and that's silly. They should at least be able to replace a few of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Facebook, Michael Turner asked, What's happened to the Headmasters?
Yeah, Brian.
So I am behind. After I started recording it, I got ahead several weeks. Then I got assigned to a project at work that has me on the road 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
So that's really screwed up my schedule. So I'm really trying to get caught back up. I actually feel like I'm drowning right now with all the stuff I got going on, where I'd found a nice even point. So it's not gone, and I'm not retiring it. It's going to get finished. Just going to take me a little longer than I'd hoped. But in my mind, what I wanted to do with What's Happened to the Headmasters was to have a series that had a definitive end that we could basically archive, and it would just be evergreen content. So, yeah, for today, people who are keeping up with it, yeah, it sucks, and I'm sorry. But future generations can enjoy it in completion. So...
Enjoy is an awful strong word.
Oh no! Regardless of your feelings of the dubbed on, the podcast is awesome.
Oh yeah, I just can't listen to it because the subject matter.
Oh my goodness, man!
If she had the time, I would have just done the show with Wendy.
Oh, that would have been so great.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been fun. Okay,
yeah.
So Jason, give me a few questions from the chat.
All right. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for all the questions. There were a lot. So,
questions, comments, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to hit as many of them as I can. Real quick.
Yep, 30 seconds.
Okay. Real quick. Just because I'll do my Machida Jr. Impression. we were talking about the box sets. Has anyone had problems with any plastic quality issues? Transformers Luxembourg had asked that.
So I've always had concerns when it comes to like secondary releases of toys that either come in a box set or something like that. That's something I've experienced for years. Nothing new comes to mind, but it just often seems the fact to me that when a subsequent release of a toy, maybe like a third repaint or whatever, especially in a box set, you just get like a somewhat inferior plastic.
I haven't run into anything broken, but my Metal Hawk did have some stress marks straight out of the package.
In my case, the only thing I have out of the Siege on Cybertron set is Magnus Prime, the Super Jinrai.
Yeah, me too.
I do feel like the silver plastic is not as good a quality as the gray plastic that was used on Power Master Optimus Prime. I feel like most of the issues I've had with the toy come from that silver plastic. The fact that the legs don't want to stay closed as well as Power Master Primes do. And I have had the flaps on the arms pop off from time to time. In one case, it took me like 2.5 days to find one of them. But, it's not... For the box sets, it hasn't been a common thing for me. I guess I've just hit good QC on most of them, but every so often there is something like that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, my tolerance is a little rough on mine, Rob, too, so go ahead, Diecast.
Okay. It's just like regular releases. The box sets can have issues just like the regular releases, unfortunately.
Yeah. So while I've had some issues with the sets that have come out recently, I haven't noticed them as bad as I've noticed other things in the past.
No, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if the essence of the question, I feel like, is, do you feel like they cut corners with the box sets? And I would say to a certain extent, maybe a few, but not that many. I think most of these could come out at retail with no trouble whatsoever. I mean, the only evidence we've had of any kind of corner cutting is the fact that they did say they pumped up the deco on Arcee and Grotesque for the releases, and we do assume that those were originally intended for release into box sets that wound up never existing.
Yeah.
Or a collector's club that winded up never existing.
Yeah, seems like it.
All right, great. Real quick, Dinobot Maximize asked if any of us would be willing to sell a kidney or a leg so he can get Masterpiece Dinobot.
He loves Dinobot. He'll get Dinobot.
It's in his name, so he will find a way. But if anyone has any body parts they don't need and want to sell...
Oh, you're right. I always think of the screen name.
You only need one kidney.
Sorry, man. Family history of diabetes. I am hanging on to both of those just in case.
I always think
just wait for the KO.
It's funny. You say Dinobot Maximize, but I think of his Twitter handle, which is Final Fantasy VII Rules. Right. So that's just how I think of him. So yes, I completely forgot that Dinobot's in his name. Yeah.
Well, if I can be of any help with any Dononomics, just let me know.
There you go. So Don has offered his assistance, Dinobot.
We've got a few minutes, so just if you've got good questions, shoot them out.
Oh yeah. No, I've got a few more. Well, okay. So Night Wingham 1 asked, he suspects that Massey might be Dexstar. Does he turn blue when the camera's not on, Don, and wear a red ring?
No.
I love that.
Yeah, Massey scoffs at Dexstar for needing the ring to be that evil, and and pretty much would probably just kill me without any kind of impetus at all. But no, he is not Dexstar.
That you
last
know.
I checked.
Okay.
That I know. Last I checked.
So he's a Red Lantern.
He may be the inspiration for Dexstar.
Not orange.
We're not ruling out that possibility.
Yeah, because as far as I know, Dexstar has never gotten any resolution to his backstory. So he could be, like you said, he could be the inspiration. It's very possible.
Excellent.
But a great question. Thank you.
Yeah, really. So Animal 865 asked, what would you like to see out of the Power of the Primes leader assortment? He said that he would like to have a minor Megatronus, which turns into Megatron, which MMC just did, but that'd be great to see from Hasbro. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and say this is where I want to see my Star Saber.
Star Saber would be nice. I could go for an Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, what I like about Power of the Primes and Generations and stuff is, with the exception of things like Optimus Prime, we're getting characters that we've wanted for a long time. and we got a really good Ultra Magnus recently. I wouldn't discount it, but I would like to see something Japanese again, like Star Saber, maybe a Death Saurus, or
there you go.
Diatlas.
Diatlas would be nice. I mean,
yeah, maybe like his non-leader version could be Sonic Bomber.
Yeah. I mentioned the Ultra Magnus because I know Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus is a good toy. I have it. I love it. But with the leader stuff, they're doing the evolution gimmick, and that's what I was
perfect for it.
Yeah. Like Star Saber is. Now, fitting Diatlas or Death Source in there would be a little bit harder.
So it would be nice if we got a Star Saber, I would have to have a Victory Leo. And I just don't know that we would get that.
That would probably end up being a perfect effect thing, I would think.
Yeah.
Now with Ultra Magnus, they can actually finally settle. Was it Dion or is it Ironhide?
Yeah.
So you would kind of have to pick one to be the smaller robot.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
So that can be interesting.
Did Victory Leo... Don, I'm asking you real quick, because you know, and I don't off the top of my head. So, Star Saber, of course, you had Saber, Star Saber, the Brainmaster. Did Victory Leo have a similar gimmick? He didn't, did he?
No, he was just spoilers. He was Jinrai, died, came back a lion.
Yeah, I knew that.
Turned into shoes for Star Saber.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember the toy having a gimmick like that.
Yeah, the only gimmick was basically he did combine with Star Saber in jet mode, and they formed like a giant winged flying plank thing.
That's one toy I've never owned. I mean, I had the Robot Masters version, but I've never owned that.
I would like to see, of course, obviously, I would like to see Fire Convoy in the Power of the Primes. A new cool take on that. Maybe Star Convoy if they did another Optimus down the road kind of thing. Something different.
Star Convoy is almost within reach right now for me. Right, it would fall off and hit me in the head, so I'm not going to do it. But
there's that. I'm not sure if there's any leaders. Maybe Scorponok. If they wanted to give us a smaller Scorponok, Thunderclash. That could. And actually, the small Thunderclash could be, say, one of the Turbo Masters.
Yes.
If you wanted to look at it from that,
I would take any Euro stuff like a Skyquake or a Skystalker.
I'm really, really hoping when Power of the Primes is over, their next step is going like Euro and Japanese stuff that we never got here.
Hold on to that thought.
So Skyquake, Stalker, Rotor Storm, any of those characters would be great.
Yeah. Well, what will be kind of interesting is it'd be kind of stretching the continuity, but again, this is a whole new world. They could do a new RC toy at some point down the road and turn her into a lead of one. That would be kind of an interesting take
like
on the character.
Punch counter punch.
No. Like RC becomes a lead of one. So, because you've got Orion Pax being Prime, you could have RC as Ariel becoming a lead of one.
Okay. Now that I say that, I want to punch counter punch.
Well, I just thought it was a nice parallel. Since we're getting a Prime that's Orion Pax from the G1 cartoon, you could have Ariel from the G1 cartoon become a lead of one. If they weren't doing the Starscream remold as her.
Yeah. But no, I'm seriously hoping we do get a Star Saber out of Power of the Primes, because the leader gimmick is perfect for it, and they even mentioned that the original designer for Star Saber is the one who designed this Optimus Prime. So
right, yeah,
nice. Okay, what else?
And that was Ultra Jazz who posed that question to us, so I want to make sure I gave him credit. Going back into what Matt was going in to say, Jared, our friend Jared Herbert from the chat, he has many questions, and I'm sticking with this one, Jared. Thank you for all your contribution, your questions there. What would you like to see in Generations after Power of the Prime? And I have to step away from the computer for like 2 seconds.
Euro G1, G2 stuff, Japanese figures that we never got characters of. Like, give us the stuff we want, man. Give us Turbo Masters. Give us Thunder Clash.
I'd like to explore some of the other gimmicks that they haven't revisited recently, maybe some Micromaster stuff, but not necessarily have them small, have them full size, but focus on those. Maybe focus on... I think combiners are here to stay. Maybe not as the focus of the series, but I think we'll continue to get combiners for a while. So maybe focus on some of the Micromaster combiners. That would be cool. Like a 6-Treen or something. Raiden. I would like to see a Raiden.
Yes.
But generally speaking, I don't know that there are many gimmicks left to focus on.
And I don't even care about gimmicks. Just give me good toys.
Or play patterns.
Not
quote unquote.
Everything has to be a combiner. Not everything has to be a headmaster. Not everything has to be an evolution character. Just give me good toys.
Yeah, I mean, generations went along for a solid amount of time without any kind of without any kind of gimmicks. So
other than just comic books.
Yeah.
Rub signs.
That was the gimmick.
Yeah, and those were kind of a late addition to the line too. It went for 3-4 iterations before the comic books were added even. So, I'm as long as we keep getting decent toys and we keep getting more, as long as we keep getting new characters, or at least new to modern toy characters added into this to go along with the, Optimus Primes, Megatrons, Starscreams, Bumblebees, I think I'll be content with whatever it is they decide to do. In terms of anything specific, considering doesn't seem to be any proper, headmasters in Power of the Primes, I would not mind some more of these when it's all over. I've really enjoyed Titan's Return. There are a few things that could still stand to have headmasters that we could go back to. Scorponok mainly. Just I'd like some kind of modern Scorponok.
I have lots of problems with how Titan's Return has been handled, but yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking across my collection, and one thing that we've talked about in the past that I would love to see. I mean, G.I. Joe's effectively dead. Mask is dead. I would love for them to go back to Human Alliance and, again, somehow resurrect G.I. Joe or Mask. Mask would make more sense because the Human Alliance figures are closer to Mask size than G.I. Joe. But something like that. I thought that was a fun gimmick.
The G.I. Joe character is more recognizable, though, and that would be a way to keep the brand with more name recognition alive.
And they could retain trademarks that way.
Well, they can do the smaller Human Alliance figures as G.I. Joes and still have that.
Yes.
So that's not a problem.
Yeah. I would love that.
I would like to see
who wouldn't love to buy a hound that comes with a little Duke?
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, now if we were going to do a themed line after Power of the Primes is over, Transformers versus G.I. Joe, based on the comic.
Oh my God.
I mean, maybe not so comic centric, but sure.
No, I want the comic version. I want all that insane stuff.
God, yes.
I want
the Bruticus comprised of G.I. Joe motor pool vehicles.
Yes, that all the craziness. I would love to have toys of all of that.
Don, you're saying something.
Sorry. What I would like to see is something a little different, and this is terrible because I'm going to reference Voyager, which is never good. I know.
No.
I would like to see them get away from Cybertron, get away from Earth. And you remember in Rebirth Part 1 when they get blasted out into the universe and they stumble across Nebulos?
Yeah.
Even though it was all part of the Vector Sigma's plan. I would like to see them kind of what they're doing maybe in the comics. I would like to see a small core cast of maybe mixed Autobots and Decepticons get sent out into the universe. Could be a space bridge malfunction, could be a spaceship battle, and they wind up having to combine both their ships to try to get back. They're so far off the beaten path, they have no idea where they're at. And you have a smaller crew like Animated that you can focus more on character designs. And as they're traveling, trying to get back to Earth or Cybertron, you meet all these alien characters who you could work in other Hasbro properties as. Like, you could have a planet that's all monsters, and it's the Inhumanoids. Just as an example. And you would get more character-driven stories. You could have all these fantastic designs, you could maybe even do like Build-A-Figures, like, you know, this subset of characters come with parts, and you could build what would be their Metlar for the line as a villain or something like that. And they're just trying to get back, and maybe while they're out there, I wouldn't want them to do this, but maybe they could discover Unicron, or maybe they react. I hate going back to the Unicron well, but it makes a lot of, if it's done white, it could add some dramatic sense. Like maybe they find Unicron and inadvertently reactivate him, and they have to get back to Cybertron before Unicron gets there and warn them, or they have to get back to Earth and warn whatever. So you're changing up the dynamic. You know, of course, there'd be like maybe there's like an alien kid sidekick that, you know, that's like has no home, nowhere to go, helps the Autobots, Decepticons out.
God loves his kid.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying you're going to have that audience identification character in some fashion. So why not have it like, hell, design the kid like the kid from Zone. No flying pink rabbit, but just use like his base design, and he could travel with the Transformers, trying to get back to Earth or Cybertron.
So I am going to totally go in an entirely opposite direction from Don. What I would love to have would be Transformers that have like thermochromic plastic that change color with like the change in temperature or water, kind of like some of the G.I. Joe stuff had back in the day. Something like that. Like something that would be so 90s that it hurts.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of Subline, but I had a few of those.
G.I. Joe?
Eco-Force.
Yeah, also
Eco Warriors.
Eco Warriors, yeah.
There were a line of G2 Transformers that had that too.
Yeah, the water shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, and also XV wanted to remind me, because it did not get into what's on TFormers this week, he just put up a gallery for Legends Trigger Happy, and that is on the site, and you know, like I said, he's doing really excellent work right now, and it is worth looking
at. So
I'll
add that to the show notes, and also I want to give a plug, flickr.com/ChrisRTXV. Give that a follow. If you still have a Flickr account. I don't know my password. Any other questions, Jason?
Wait, I didn't get the answer.
Okay.
I'm going to go totally different, and I want a new series with media, new character designs, I miss having a show that I can watch, like Transformers Prime, the last one that I watched, and I got excited to see new characters' designs and get new toys of them in, not RID line, in the Generations line. That's really what I want. I want some sort of new media with new characters. It doesn't matter if they reuse the same names, but I want that excitement I had with Prime.
I want that excitement that I had with Animated.
Yeah, same here.
Prime did nothing for me.
I love those toys. Those toys some of them were really nice.
Yeah.
And the show was decent. It could have been better, but it was very good.
It's a good show.
And I just want to point out that question was from Jared Hebert, not Herbert.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mike, I'm pretty sure it's Hebert.
I don't know why I added an R.
Because Herbert is a much more common name than Hebert.
I'll give him. Okay, that'll be my excuse. So here's our last question. This is Night Wingham 1 again. He just wants to know, where will Takara? Well, we can probably focus on Hasbro, but where will Takara/Hasbro be in 5 years? I'm going to say Hasbro owns Mattel by then.
So I love that question. That's a phenomenal question, and I think that question would vary depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
If you would ask Aaron Archer, or at least Aaron Archer 2 or 3 years ago, he would tell you that the industry would be completely different due to the cost of oil, making plastic and shipping it from Asia. I mean, there's a reason the toys are made in Asia and not here, because it's way cheaper. I mean, and you've got to get as much margin out of the stuff as possible. And there's only so there's only so much margin you can squeeze out, and with the evolving technology of like 3D printing and additive technologies, I think the toy industry will look a lot different. I don't think that we're there yet. I don't think we'll be there in 3 or 4 years, or even 5 years. But technology tends to move faster than we think. So they may be more in the market of creating media and experiences more so than making toys. It seems like they're trying to do that anyway with HasCon, and they're focusing more on their characters and their media than they're focusing on the toys almost.
Takara will still be cranking out toys, though.
Yeah.
I think I brought this up a long time ago, but I think we'll be closer if we're not already doing it to where a lot of companies, like you said, Brian, with the margins and everything, and with 3D printing getting more affordable and more of a solid process.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be buying blueprints.
We're
going to be buying programs from these company storefronts and downloading them and printing our own figures. It's a limited time use offer. Maybe it's only good for 1 or 2 printings. I'm not sure. I'm sure, Brian, you could understand how they would somehow build in a destruction ability into that, so you're not just mass producing stuff.
I think, Don, I think you're right. And I've got a follow-up thought when you finish.
Okay. So, we're not going to be seeing Transformers due to the complexity. But maybe... Well,
do it now.
Well, some simpler ones,
Nana has stuff up now from the early days that transform.
Yeah. But we've talked about like getting weapons packs. I can see stuff like weapons packs, accessory kits, things that they say the fans won't, and it'd be a lot less labor intensive and materials intensive to make these CAD designs that you can buy and download to print a dozen Energon cubes or print generic soldier number 1 or Cobra Trooper, whatever the case may be. So I think if it's not rolled out to a huge degree, we're going to be seeing the steps towards that, and the fact that we're buying the blueprints to print our own toys.
So I love the thought, and I'm going to sort of combine something that you and Matt both said. You said Takara will still be producing stuff in 5 years, and I think Hasbro will too. And I think eventually we'll get to the point where we're downloading like STL files and whatever. But I think like at the low end, you'll probably, when I say low end, like the retail stuff that we buy today, that stuff could very well be 3D printed. High end stuff like Masterpiece or stuff like Figuarts, I think and higher margin stuff like that, I think will be where a lot of toy companies are making their money. Not a lot of money because you sell less of them, but they'll be making more margin on it.
I think Hasbro and Paramount will probably be limping to the end of this 5-year movie plan and licking their wounds.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but I agree with Matt. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think at the end of it, if things go as I expect, Hasbro will either be back to being primarily a toy company, or they will be merged with somebody else if those movies do the way I expect them to. But I hope that's not the case. That's just my like most cynical thought on where that could go.
Like, yeah, judging on the way these movies have been performing over the past couple of years, these big budget blockbusters, I think it's a horrible time right now to be making this kind of deal, and I think it's going to show.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully because it is, and because they just signed this deal, everyone has kind of gone into it hedging their bets enough that it's not going to be catastrophic if these things don't do well. I mean, hopefully they've seen what's happened to some of these movies before, so maybe if they end up with all gems, it will not tank anybody. As in Gem with a J, as in the movie that everyone forgot existed already.
It was out for like a week.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but
was that this year or last year?
That was like
last
2 years.
So
it was a couple years.
I'm going to look that up on Box Office Mojo because I was looking at Box Office Mojo for this year, looking at the top 500 movies, and like the movies at the bottom literally were making like $1,000. Now they were not wide release, etc., etc. But if I made a movie, I would hope it'd get more than $1,000 in tickets.
It was 2015.
So what was the take? How much did it make?
So, well, they literally
break
pulled
$1
it
million?
before the second weekend.
Did it break $1 million?
I'm looking.
I bet it didn't.
Box office. 2.2 million.
Wow. More than I would have expected. Okay.
Yeah, it got $34,000 during the Thursday night previews. That's $36 per theater.
That's insane. I love that, and I hate that at the same time. Because Jim is outrageous. Truly
outrageous.
Okay, so any other questions? Is that it? Okay. So people out there, if you ever want to get your questions or comments in, you can always email us at contact@tfradio.net. Click on the contact us button on our website at tfradio.net. Text us at 931-994-6268. Or you can also leave us a voicemail at that number. Tweet at us at tfradio. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/tfradio. Comment on... We actually got a ton of stuff on Instagram that I didn't even pull. Or you can leave a comment on Facebook, leave a comment on YouTube. And please, most of all, leave us a review on iTunes. tfradio.net/iTunes. Subscribe, leave us a review. We love you. We need more reviews. We have way more listeners than we have reviews. Just like you, yes, you who are listening right now, just take a second. Leave us a review. Please. I would love you forever. You can find me on Twitter at bkilby. You can find this episode at tfradio.net/544, including all the links that we talked about. And that's it for me. Jason, how do people get a hold of you?
You can find me at Jason S. Kirk on Twitter, and I am putting out a podcast every day this month, so I will link to each one I put out. Yes, well, you always do.
Well, I always do, but I'm trying to do even more so.
Yes. Yeah, no, I've noticed. And yeah, anything that comes out that I'm on or I do myself, I will put on the Twitter. So follow me there and find all my stuff.
Awesome. Don.
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Matt. XV can be found at ChrisRTXV on Twitter. His photos can be found at tformers.com and at flickr.com/ChrisRTXV. He is a phenomenal photographer. I mean, I've known him since he was a teenager, and of course that really, I don't think he even had a way of taking, he had a Mavica though, didn't he? But you can't do that with a Mavica. But even in the last few years, he's even gotten way better. Just in the last few years, he takes phenomenal photographs. So flickr.com/ChrisRTXV. Diecast.
You can reach me on Twitter at Diecast2, on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast, and on YouTube at RFC Reviews.
Rob.
I'm on Twitter at Flailthroughs and Figure Reviewers. I'm on YouTube as Flailthroughs as well. Currently doing a playthrough of Gundam Breaker 3. Got one of the DLCs for that. That's a really fun game. They need to bring it out here in English. And of course, the Transformers videos that XV and I do can be found on YouTube at TFormers TV.
John's not here, but he can be found at that John D everywhere. And Rob Springer, who is also not here, he can be found on Twitter at Rob Springer and at zonebase.org. I need to plug zonebase.org more. Rob has really put a lot of heart and soul into that. And
I miss Rob.
Yeah, me too. I wish he was on.
Yeah.
Me too. So that is it. Thank you guys for being here. Jason, thank you for being our chat monitor today.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Awesome. Guys, we'll see you later. Have a good one.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody for the questions and kind words.
Yes, we love you. We love you so much. Bye. Oh, that was awesome. We got like 55 minutes out of that. That was. I need to do questions and comments more frequently.
Yeah.
Especially right now while the news is dead.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. So it used to be that we threw to the chat a lot, and we have a good, awesome. I love our chat. We have people that are regulars and all that, and we can do that more often. We would just need a monitor to do it.
I'm right here.
Oh, hey.
You don't have to put me on the show. I can just throw stuff in the show notes for you to read or whatever if you've got a full. Everyone else is on, so.
Oh, just saw this. Somebody said, "Please read on podcast." Just
well.
Yeah. Well. Let's see here.
You can edit it in.
Yeah. No. I don't have.
We can do it next week.
I can do it next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can do some feedback on other episodes, right?
Yeah. I actually thought about just doing a RFC extra for all this, but nah.
RFC
we could do that too.
Well, we don't have enough for an RFC mailbag show. Like not on a regular basis, not for a whole show. I guess we get it more.
We haven't had an extra in a good long while now. So
we need to finish the series that we started, and we need to. I want to post those toward the end of the month. Yeah. I'm looking for the Trigger Happy gallery. What page is it on the front page, Rob? Do you know?
I don't think it is on the front page, but hang on, I will paste a link.
I'm going to put it in the show notes so we link to it.
Yeah, we got to make sure we got that. So that should be it.
Jam is outrageous. Okay, there. Thank you. Music's contagious, outrageous.
Oh, it's sort of interesting, Brian. You mentioned that Mattel has brought Barbie and the Rockers back.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, that they came out right towards the middle or the end of when Jim was running as a competitor, and I actually saw new figures on the shelf the other day when I went to Target on Monday.
That is insane. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I vaguely remember. It sounds familiar. Like I've heard of it.
I think I remember.
Okay. Oh man, we ran long. Any post show stuff we want to talk about? Usually we just automatically flow into something, but it seems like we.
Well, now, do we have a There Goes My Money or anything else pending in the next couple of days? Just so I can try to, because I've got a couple full days at work when I go back on Friday, so I just was trying to see what I needed to do.
Do we have enough stuff to talk about on There Goes My Money? Do you think, Diecast?
I think Sunday.
Jason, you free on Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday should be fine.
Sunday night is usually pretty good for that.
Yeah, we have the Iron Factory DJD, so definitely can talk about that.
Oh yeah.
And someone used to hashtag There Goes My Money, so we can mention that and try to get more people using that.
Yeah,
too, again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll just send out an email what time you want to meet, because as long as it's like before 8 o'clock, I can do it.
Diecast. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Finish, Don.
No, I'm just saying, if it's like 9 o'clock or after, I can't do it because I got to be up at 3 a.m. Monday morning for work. Ugh.
Diecast, I just want you to know, There Goes My Money is their second most popular show.
Oh, dang.
So
nice.
It's that awesome audio and video production. That's part
of it.
Holy cow.
It also doesn't hurt that I put it in the RFC feed, but
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's our second most popular show on the RFC feed. I'm hoping.
Gee, what's the first?
I wonder.
You're hoping what?
That one episode?
Yeah, no, that one episode is not an RFC feed. Now, RFC typically gets 3 or 4 times as many downloads as our other shows, but There Goes My Money gets about half as many.
Wow.
Yeah. So, what else? Thinking. I'm thinking.
Better to be thinking than stanking.
Yeah, rather be thinking than stanking. I have no idea if anybody is watching our Twitch feed, but I'm going to kill it. People watching Twitch, I love you, but I am going to kill the feed because I'll forget to if I don't.
Let's see. I see 0.
Okay, good. Well, we never publicize it.
No, which I love Twitch so much too.
I need to start using it. It is way better.
Oh yeah, no, YouTube should be ashamed of their live streaming when you compare it to what Twitch does.
Well, I'm certain it also. Well, I was going to say I'm certain it gets more traffic than Twitch, but I don't know. Maybe not.
YouTube as a whole, I guarantee you it does. I mean, they have over a billion, like several billion hours of video watched every day.
Yeah. How about some of the other chat questions? Jared asked, well, we only had so much time.
Yeah. And they were all good questions, but...
All good questions. I wish there was a way... So that was one thing I liked about having a separate chat client, is that we had an archive of stuff. But what I didn't like was everything else.
Right.
Because it sucked.
I remember all the time I couldn't sign in.
And it wasn't free. I mean, that was a paid service. So, yeah. I mean, you know, most of the services that we use, like internet services, or actually, I think most of them at this point are like paid services because there's only a few really good free things. Skype is free. It didn't used to be. I actually used to have to pay for Skype to get the multi-person video.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube is free. Yeah. Facebook is free, but basically everything else is paid. Sucks. Stuff used to be free. But then people started needing to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss banner ads and GeoCities. And middies.
Well, what you need to do, Brian, is get big on Twitch and then get subs and have people throw bits at you.
I don't play games. I mean, that's weird. I mean, what?
No, I mean for RFC.
Is there an audience on Twitch for things besides games?
Oh yeah, Night Attack last night had like 1,200 people watching because they were on the front page, and they have plenty of people subbing and stuff.
We've had more than that watching RFC at one, like for a toy fair once,
right?
Or twice,
yeah.
Live.
So, it's like Power Rangers has a freaking RPG that people watch on there right now. So
yeah, tabletop gaming in general seems to be blowing up on Twitch lately.
Also, pinball is doing very well on Twitch right now.
Pinball is awesome.
People set up cameras at pinball machines, and Deadflip, I think, is the big guy on Twitch right now, and he's doing gangbusters. Chris
Bucci, I'm pretty sure it's Bucci. I've met him. I never actually said his name out loud to him. But he's the guy who actually unwittingly really sort of got me into Transformers, because I guess maybe he didn't technically, because I had to do a Yahoo search to find his site. But I was looking for Transformers stuff, and it was just a chance for me to learn a lot of stuff about Transformers that I didn't know. And I had mentioned this before. I mentioned that on the podcast. He actually listened to the show, and he contacted me, and he friended me on Facebook, and he collects pinball. So I'm so jealous when he takes pictures of his house.
Yeah.
Because he has several pinball machines at home, plus like a lot of his stuff that he posts is his pinball stuff. And I'm like, that is so awesome. But I do not have the space.
Yeah.
At all.
Blade Raider just mentioned when Twitch streamed the Bob Ross thing for like, they did it for like 24 hours or something.
That's right.
Twitch is doing a lot of wrestling, like a lot of the.
That's right.
Like
Triple A did that.
So yeah, Twitch is. I don't know. YouTube needs to start actually not sucking and doing good things with their interface, and the Twitch interface is so much better too. I don't know. Of course, YouTube's demonetizing everyone who puts up a video anymore. So
pretty much.
Mariosha in the chat here has had videos demonetized just for talking about comics.
I've had a couple of my Gundam Breaker videos apparently just demonetized based on, some kind of words in the title or in the video.
I've had
people put up copyright claims for
everything,
bullshit reasons.
I've had
but this is like
now we're gonna be demonetized, Matt, for saying bullshit.
Yeah, this is a new thing though, where they're trying to be more sensitive as to what
advertisers want.
Advertisers want, and it's really annoying.
I thought it was just me because like a third or a half or more of the videos that we've done have been demonetized.
Oh no, it's
not that many for me, but it's enough to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
especially since, I mean, I make next to nothing on that stuff, but most of it I make in the first day, which conveniently is how long most of my videos stay in limbo until they decide they're okay when they do.
It sucks. Okay. People watching live, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. So, we love you. You're the best. You're the best
Later,
chat
guys.
ever.
Thanks for the questions.
Thanks for the questions. We heart you. We heart you so much.
You made me have a reason to be here. Good job.
Yes. You gave him a reason to be. We'll see you. Bye.